Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. Today is Friday. It is our weekly meal video upload, and wait until you see the meals we had this week. A lot of them are what I consider luxury or premium foods. When you consider that our grocery budget is very minimal. So for example, in the month of July, we spent about $305. So we had a $69 shop, an $85 shop, a $77 shop, and a $73 shop. And so far in August, we've spent $57. We are not spending big bucks, and we are eating food that is what I consider a premium. I use very simple strategies, shopping the sales, shopping markdowns, incentives, taking advantage of store incentive programs to get the best buy and keep my grocery budget low. Check out our premium meals this week. I decided to go throw together a quick soup. I had a bag of what I thought was turkey in the freezer. So I threw some water in a pot, threw in the frozen turkey. I threw in a bouillon cube. There was a very small amount left in this bag. I threw in some noodles. I cut up some peppers and threw in, and I found a very, very small quantity of frozen squash in the freezer. So I just thought, I'm just going to throw this together. It'll be great to have just something quick. This is what it is turning out as. Looks great, and it actually smells delicious. Turns out it was pork that was in the freezer. And I don't mean ham. I mean it was like some leftover pork roast that I had frozen. So, yeah, chicken broth, because I thought it was turkey. Pork, peas, carrots, peppers, and squash. This looks and smells amazing. This was just a throw together with different random little bits and bobs of things that we had. We are having burgers, and I know my mom picked me up in this week's groceries some $1 Wonder Buns from No Frills, but we still have a couple buns left over from the week prior week's groceries, so we want to use those up first. And let's get this creamy dill pickle slaw made. It is just as easy as you dump the bag into a bowl and then you put the dressing. So what is included is dill pickle ranch dressing and crunchy dillies. So we just put this in, stir it together, and then chill it. And it says to chill 15 minutes before eating. I'm happy with the quality of the slaw. Came with this little package, so let's see what this is all about. They're crispy pickles. Okay. This is a powder. Okay. And this just must be ranch. No, this is dill ranch. And this is powder. I'm putting it all in. I'm just throwing it all in. Alright, so I got that dill ranch on. A little crispy dill, and here's the powder. Now let's get this all stirred together and chilled. This smells amazing. Really strong dill. I'm excited. Woo! I am turning everything. Let's get this chilled. So we're having garden salad to go with the burgers tonight. But the handsome one just made a comment, and he's right. So the burger on the left is a jalapeno burger. The burger on the right is a cheddar burger. They're both the same weight. They're both from the same manufacturer. I had two really hot jalapeno burgers a while back, and it's too hot for me. It makes the meal not enjoyable. So I've been having cheddar burgers when the handsome one has been having jalapeno. And he said the last several times when we had burgers, when you had a cheddar burger and I had a jalapeno burger, he said my burger was way smaller. Why is that? I'm using the same barbecue, I'm using the same heat, they are the same weight of burger, but look at that. Like, really, it is very, very evident by the size of the burger that his is substantially less. So we feel like it is the jalapenos that are being added. So jalapenos in there, that means there's less meat. They both have cheddar in them, but yeah, it's smaller. Pulled out of the freezer, the bacon rounds. So those are frozen. I need to just pop them in the microwave for maybe 15 seconds. Those are going to top the burgers as well. So they're going to be the burgers with the dill slaw and bacon. Yum. Everything is looking great. The slaw is nice and chilled. So we are going to top these burgers with the dill slaw. Oh, I made a big, that one's very messy. Okay, I'll do this one a little bit more. Yeah, that one looks picture perfect. Oh, yes. Wow, yummy. So this is the Handsome Ones burger. Look at how many jalapenos are in there. Like, no wonder I find them extremely hot, too hot to be enjoyable. But then that's also taking up tons of space. So you're paying the burger price for jalapenos. Something to be aware of. We have some of the dill slaw left over. It was so out. Oh my gosh. Okay, back to what I was saying. The dill slaw was so delicious. I absolutely loved the dill slaw burger with bacon and tomato. Best meal I have had in a long time. Not even exaggerating one little bit. This slaw will be excellent on sausages on a bun, really even hot dogs on a bun. I love it. It was that good. I'm excited. I'm making another mug cake. I have altered, so that other recipe, I just got it offline. How can I make a cake mix into mug cake? I'm editing it a little bit to see if I can just cook this without it overflowing over the cup. Instead of 6 tablespoons of the cake mix, I used 4. Instead of 4 tablespoons of milk, I used 2. And instead of 2 tablespoons of oil, I used 1. So 4 tablespoons of the cake mix, 2 tablespoons milk, 1 tablespoon oil. This turned out okay. I only cooked it for 2 30-second increments. Getting ready for a feast of mussels. Super exciting. Making homemade garlic butter is incredibly easy. So it's butter, not margarine, butter. And then I have added minced garlic in both. This is homemade dried parsley, and let's try this the other way. This way. And I'm just going to put them in the microwave. I've had this big platter for 25 years, and I love using it for mussels. It's perfect. Very exciting. These look great. This was a fabulous price. Mussels are nice and big. Love them. Exciting. And the garlic butter looks great too. I'm getting ready to make hodgepodge with the new potatoes from our own garden and carrots and green and yellow beans from Avery's. I have the potatoes, carrots, green beans, yellow beans. They are cut and ready. Let's get some water in here, get these cooking. My secret is fresh peas. If I have them in my own garden and I use them. Fresh peas are very, very expensive to purchase, so when I don't have any ready in my garden, and we all know what's going on with my garden this year, I use frozen. That's my little secret. Shh, don't tell. All right, I just turned the burner on. I've drained the veggies. Now we're adding in the butter. This is a very important part of Hodge Podge. You have to use real butter, and you have to use a lot of it. I'm going to let this melt, and as that melts, I'm also going to add in cream, and I purchased a 10% blend, Farmer's 10% blend. Here's the blend. Just going to be fabulous. Very exciting. With the Hodge Podge, we are also having smokies. I'm excited about this because we can use that pickle slaw on top of these. It's going to be delicious. I'm getting everything ready to serve here. I've got the dill slaw out. The sausages are done and they look really good. And the bowl's ready for the Hodge Podge. And yes, you see 4 of everything because remember, my parents are visiting this weekend. Lunch is served. Looking great. I was organizing the cupboard and I found this. There's not much left in it, but there's some. And if I ate this for supper tonight, and I'm not opposed to eating this, I would make it and have it as waffles again. Those are really good last week. And I guess I just have a craving for them. And then it would also clean this out of the cupboard, which would be kind of a win-win. I've got everything set up and ready. I'm just waiting for the green light to come on. Waffles. These ones aren't turning out as great. They're still going to taste the same, but they're not going to win any beauty prizes.
Those are waffles. Those are awfuls.
Yeah, I know. Definitely not my finest work. Ay, ay, ay. But they smell really good. And they're actually crispy. I'm excited, even though they look horrible. I'm making some hummingbird food in my hummingbird feeders. When you make hummingbird food, it is 4-to-1, 4 cups of water to 1 cup of sugar. This is a 1/2 cup measure. So we need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's get this boiling. We are going to go with fish burgers in the air fryer and some cut veggies for lunch today. Very simple. Delicious fish burger with tomato and lettuce, a little bit of grated cheese on the bottom, and green peppers, olives, and radishes. I toasted the bun. We are having steak for supper tonight, so it's that strip loin that I got on sale at Superstore that I redeemed points for. We are going to have with it Brussels sprouts. Now, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, I got a phenomenal deal on Brussels sprouts. They were marked down bags at Foodland, big bags for $1.99. We used 1 bag that first week, or maybe that first week and a half, and I'm just starting on my second bag, so these are going to go on the barbecue. I'm adding in a couple red onions. We will put, I haven't decided if it's going to be butter or oil, and I'll put some spices on as well. I don't know what else we're going to have with it. Probably potatoes. This looks great. I'm also making potatoes to go with the steak. This will go on the barbecue. I added some 3 onion. And talking about onion, I actually did a tray of onions and all of the leftover mushrooms that I had bought. There was 4 big mushrooms left in that big 680 gram tray that I got at Costco a couple weeks ago. So those are going in as well. So it'll be steak, mushroom, and onions, broccoli, and potatoes. The steaks are waiting. We're right by the barbecue, ready to go on. And I broke out the good stuff, Montreal steak spice. I absolutely love the Epicure version of this. I'm devastated that this is it for me. This is my last bottle. It has way less sodium than other Montreal steaks. I absolutely love it. So that is going on. Woo! These are looking great. They're soon ready to come off because we like ours medium rare. Let's get everything plated up. This looks great. We've got the Brussels sprouts, mushrooms and onions, potatoes, and yummy steaks. This smells great, looks great. We have potatoes, we have delicious steak, mushrooms and onions topping the steak, and barbecued Brussels sprouts. Yum. Smoothies for lunch today. Banana, I've got spinach, and I didn't buy spinach this week. I still have spinach left over. I actually think I might have got this the week before last. But I prepped it. I took everything out of the container. I let it air dry. I put a paper towel in the bottom of the container to capture any condensation that happened, and it's holding up moderately well. I'm going to use protein powder. I have this little mini go that I got for 49 cents for 6 of them. Some juice, some flaxseed, and of course the fruit. All right, here we go. Good. These look great. Kind of a pinkish, light pinkish color today. That makes sense because the mini go was strawberry, and there were also strawberries in the frozen fruit medley. I should have pulled this out earlier today. I would like to have barbecued chicken tonight. I was digging through and I found an older pack, so let's get this thawed and barbecue some chicken. I was thinking that deviled eggs might go good with supper tonight, so I'm going to throw a couple eggs in to boil. If I don't make deviled eggs, well, then we can use the eggs for other things, but I can't make deviled eggs unless I have hard-boiled eggs. Boiling some pasta to make pasta salad. I've been debating what kind of pasta salad to make, and I decided that for this pasta salad, I'm going to make a pickle salad. We'll have in it the peppers, the red onions, it'll have diced pickles, grated cheese, and then the sauce will be a combination of mayo, pickle juice, mustard, and ketchup. Okay, let's get in the... Ooh. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Only a few went awry. This worked out good. A couple little peppers over there. All right, this is the beginning. And we've got the dill pickles diced. Let's get them in as well. Ooh, come on. A couple little lurkers hanging around. This is actually an epicure recipe called Big Burger Salad. Big Burger Pasta Salad. I call it pickle salad. I'm making a half batch. So I'm only making a half batch of the sauce. I need a half a cup of mayo, a tablespoon of ketchup, a half a tablespoon of relish, and a half a teaspoon of mustard, but I just gave that a little squirt. That's probably closer to a teaspoon, but the recipe calls for half. A half a tablespoon of dill pickle juice from the jar of dill pickles. This is my last jar of Big Burger sauce. It is unopened. I don't think I can do this one hand. Oh, yeah, I can. It's unopened. So, sad day when you open the last of your things and you know you can't get any more. 1 tablespoon of the Big Burger sauce mix. Now I'm going to mix everything up. And this is what it looks like. This is actually a favorite summer salad of ours. I haven't made it actually per the recipe in quite some time. I'm excited about this. This is going to be great. And I'm going to include a screenshot of the recipe, just in case you might want to make this at home. I added half a cup of cheese, called for that. Actually, geez, it calls for half a cup of cheese for a full batch. I forgot. I put the half a cup of cheese in. I should have used a quarter of a cup. That's okay. I can live with double the cheese in it. The chicken is cooking. The handsome one used the Kinder hot honey barbecue sauce on this. This looks great. This is lots. Obviously, this is for more than supper tonight. Supper for the next couple nights, unless I'm going to strip some of the chicken and make a casserole or something like that. Chicken is done. We have hodgepodge that was left over from supper 2 days ago, lunch 2 days ago. So we're going to heat that up and we are going to have that with our chicken tonight. Barbecued chicken, hodgepodge, and big burger pasta salad. Everything looks really great. That looks awesome. We know the hodgepodge is awesome. Ooh, the chicken looks so good. Very excited about this meal. I am pre-preparing lunches for myself and the handsome one for the next 2 days. So I took some cold cuts. It was turkey breast out of the freezer and thawed them. I find cold cuts freeze really, really well, but when you thaw them, they can have extra liquid in it from, of course, the freezing process. So I always then lay them out on a paper towel or napkin, pat them to remove the excess liquid, and then store them in a container. I would show the package, except the handsome one has already taken the package out to our recycling. So I washed it and now that's gone. I made 4 hard-boiled eggs yesterday. I was thinking of making deviled eggs for supper last night, but this actually works perfect for us, for just a hard-boiled egg to go with our lunch. This is leftover pasta salad from last night, and this is enough for us for each to have like little cold plates for the next 2 days with apples, of course. 4 lunches, just like that. Little cold plates. Awesome. I'm excited. I added salt and pepper. Perfect lunch for a busy day. I already started eating. I forgot to take my video. This is the lunch that I prepared yesterday. Cold cut turkey, hard-boiled egg, and pasta salad. So there you have it. We had strip loin steak. We had mussels. Those are things that you don't typically see when you're reading a caption, budget meals or frugal shopping. Because we are very strategic with how we shop and where we spend our money, we are not limited to what would normally be considered budget foods like rice and beans and lots of pasta. There is ways that you can shop, get more for less, and eat real foods, premium foods, things that you love. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would do so. It will help me. Shares, comments, and likes, they help me as well. Have a great weekend, everybody.